did I bust your car? How did I bust your car? How did I bust your car? How did I bust your car? Oh God!
Jesus!
Oh.
Jesus! Jesus!
Oh
no! Jesus!
Oh!
Stop it!
That's why he's dragging. My sister, come down. Stop.
Jesus!
How did I bust your car? 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 Oh God!
Jesus!
Oh.
Jesus! No! Jesus!
Oh! That's why he's dragging. My sister, come down. Stop.
Jesus!
Good evening, viewers. This is BVI Channel 1, and you're welcome back again on Matters Horizon. I still remain Asuchinadu Peters, your host. Today, we shall be talking about one of the fundamental issues Nigerian people are facing in Nigeria, talking about brutality by security operatives. This time, we are used and conversant with police brutality, but when it comes from the army, it becomes something else. As we witness today, and the video is already trending, Nigerians are calling for justice. Let us quickly take a look at that video. Then when we come back, we'll open up the lines for this discussion. What you think about these endless, reckless, and heartless characters of uniformed men in Nigeria today, and how long will this continue in Nigeria? Let us take a look at that video immediately, and when I come back, we open up the lines for discussion on today's Matters Arising. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
How did I bust your car? 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 Oh God!
Jesus!
Oh.
Jesus!
Oh
no! Jesus!
Oh!
Stop it!
That's why he's dragging. My sister, come down. Stop.
Jesus! How can you see what they did to my eye? Are you seeing?
You're not supposed to be afraid. You're not supposed to be This is not good.
Jesus!
Come on, I'm telling you. Bring this phone. Why are you covering? Give me the phone. Give me this phone. Okay. You're covering me.
Okay. No, that's not the end of the video. You can replay that video again, because people need to get to the end of that video to hear the whole gist. So replay that video again. All right, I want you to go back to that video and replay it, because there are things I want our viewers to hear from that video, especially when they are struggling to retrieve the phone from the woman that was recording it, and afterwards, trying to squeeze the phone out of the woman. These are the areas I want you to listen attentively to what transpired. I'll be right back. Replay that video again.
How did I bust your car? 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 Oh God!
Jesus!
Oh.
Jesus!
Oh
no! Jesus!
Oh!
Stop it!
That's why he's dragging. My sister, come down. Stop.
Jesus! How can you see what they did to my eye? Are you seeing?
You're not supposed to be afraid. This is not good. I don't take it anyway.
Jesus!
Come on, are you done? Bring the phone. Bring this phone. Why are you covering? Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Give me this phone. Okay. You covering me. What's happening? Please be right. I've collected. Oh yeah, remove it.
That is it, and I believe by now you guys must have understood the direction of today's Matters Arise. This happened today, and it is beginning to dawn on Nigerians the animal jungle we live in, where no rule apply, where people believe they can, they are above the law, especially when they are uniformed men. We've seen that happen over time. But joining me in this conversation will be you, every one of you watching. What can you make of it? And how long will Nigerians continue to suffer, die in the hands of these people who are being serviced and paid by taxpayers' money? So the number to call is +234 8104545533. It's right there on the screen. Call and let's have your opinion on this. And don't forget that this live broadcast is coming to you throughout our social media platforms, on the Facebook BVI Channel 1, and also on our Instagram. We are streaming there. A lot of people are not following us on Instagram, perhaps because we are not really active there. But now we are streaming live every day. So the least you can do is to help us go there, to share it to your people, to your contacts, so as to spread this message coming from this platform where we tell you undiluted truth. Okay? And also, it's also streaming on our backup YouTube channel, that is BVI Channel 1 Plus. Also go there and subscribe if you have not. Makada Mama. Now, NDBC is joining me virtually on tonight's program as usual, the voice of Ambassador General of GGM. NDBC, you are welcome to today's program on Matters Arising.
Thank you, Chinedu, and good evening to our viewers all over the world. Greetings.
I can't really hear you properly. Your voice is a little bit low. Can you hear me? It's all right. You can go on.
Hello, I can hear you, Chinedu.
Okay, it's far better now. All right. Now, you've seen what happened today. It doesn't come to...
Okay.
I can hear you perfectly. I can hear you very well.
Yeah.
It's clearer now.
So, all right, thank you, Chinedu.
So what we are discussing tonight, if we go close to where you've seen the video that is trending of a young man that was brutalized by military personnel just because they claim he overtook them on a public road, not in army barrack, on a public road, say you overtake their convoy. Can you imagine? NDBC, how bad can it get than this? Especially with respect to those who are saddled with responsibility of protecting Nigerians and now becoming terror on Nigerians.
Yeah, thank you, Chinedu. You know, this we are the voice of the people, and this platform gives the ordinary people voice to speak out. And like I said, I've said it previously, and I will continue saying it. There is only the truth that will save us. Truth is sacrosanct. Whoever that is on the path of the truth fears no evil. That is the truth, and that will continue to be the truth. So, having said that, you know, Chinedu, I want to acknowledge the known fact that the system we're operating in Nigeria has always been fraudulent. We have always operated a fraudulent system
Okay,
since after
NDBC,
the
hang
Civil
on.
War.
Hello, NDBC, hang on. Let us take this caller and get his opinion on this matter. Hello, good evening. Hello? Yes, we can hear you. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay, thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate all the viewers of that they are watching through this video today, and I appreciate you for your good work, my brother. We all see what is passing through in Nigeria. My name is Mazi Kenneth. Mazi Kenneth is coming from Obudu, Cross River State. Obudu local government, Cross River State, the land of Biafra. Mazi, what I want to say concern about the video even I posted before on my timeline, which Rocha was saying some other things concern about our late brother. We still call him our brother because he's a man, the one that passed away. We all see what is happening in Nigeria today. What is our fault to be as a Biafran, to be as a man in Nigeria? What is our crime that we do to these people?
But hello?
So for today, can you hear me, Mazi?
Yes, I can hear you, but actually you are not speaking in line with the live broadcast, the issue we are discussing on the live broadcast. You are discussing what we posted today.
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
I'm coming to that.
All right. I just want to remind you. All right.
All right. So our problem today for being an Igbo man, to be born as a Biafran, and we are forcefully to be in Nigeria today by barred gun. We know it is not our fault. For our forefathers, they did not come together to bear one Nigeria. We are forcefully to be together. And the amalgamation of Nigeria, 1914 has already expired 2014. You have the right to go through by self-referendum. That's what Masnam Kanu asked today is in the house of the DSS dungeon today. Our late hero, Dimo Dumogu Chukwu and Philip Efion, we remember them all, those that they laid down their life for the exchange of Biafra. Our late hero, Dimo Dumogu Chukwu and Philip Efion, still they surrender the rest of Biafra to the Nigerian government. Treat these people fine, but if you do not treat them, their children will come after you. That is why the IPOB emerged with the leadership of this great movement of IPOB, Mas Nnamdi Kanu. But that fight will continue to fight it to the end. That what we ask for, Biafra referendum, is what we ask for. It is not a crime. But when they see it like a crime, punishing this young man in the DSS dungeon, nobody wants to speak about it. Thank God, they are seeing one by one what is happening today with our brothers, the Igbo politicians, the Eastern region politicians. They see what is happening. Anyone who is against this trouble and against Nnamdi Kanu, they will face the rod one by one. That is apart from today. Okay, let me come for the live broadcast. As we all know, as Nigerian operates with their system, as far as say you are a uniform man in Nigeria, You can shoot and kill anybody, anything you see. Nobody will question you. Nigeria have a law, but they don't respect the law that's. And they said they use the same law as America is operating. This is the same democracy America is using, Britain is using, France is using, in Africa, in Nigeria. The problem with us is that these uniform people, they are the one even suffering today past in Nigeria, but they don't end up good salary.
Yeah.
When they see innocent people in the roads, they harass innocent people, intimidate people anyhow. But the Fulani jihadist terrorists in the Sokoto, Zamfara, Kaduna, Kebbi, the road is free for them. But when it comes to Eastern region, they have the right to kill and to split anyone they want. With the help of the governors, the senators, the councillor, the imam, the clergymen, they don't want to speak the truth because they don't want to lose their member. They don't want to lose that opportunity that is given to them, that is dropping from the Fulani table, that is dropping from the Fulani, the grandfather of Britain. Igbo man today is don't have oil there well for the backyard of Igbo land, in Biafra land. Niger Delta, they don't have the real indigenous of Niger Delta. They don't have oil there well in Niger Delta. It's Fulani Sokoto. But today, see what the army, so-called army, they cannot go to Savisa Forest to combat the terrorists that they create by themselves. Their own power is to show the innocent people in the streets. This is what I hate, and I don't want to see. When they the unknown government begin to invade this, will kill them. Some people will come. They say our brother, they will begin to shout at them that is haram. It's a pity. Why did they kill innocent people? But they don't think about what they are killing innocent people, harassing innocent people in the road. Can they go and do that in Lagos State? Can they go and do that in the northern part of Nigeria? All the air forces, you see them in Biafra land, in Eastern region. Why it is so? Escorting our people, punishing our people from one pole to another. You see military, you see police, you see VIO, you see Navy, you see immigration, you see all air force in our region. Is it a place that they fight war? All the insecurity is causing today is caused by these politicians in Eastern region and their allies, Fulani, and their other people that they believe Nigeria belongs to them. We did not drag Nigeria with them. We dragged Biafra. This is what we asked for. It is not a crime. Our people, we have to wake up and speak in one voice. The injustice maintained on the Eastern region people is very bad. I'm saying it today. But those that are still working for Nigerian government, do your work, but don't involve your brothers to kill. We did not say don't go and do the work for one Nigeria. Do the work, but don't kill your people. After you kill your people, finish. They will come after you. You will not stay in that Biafra land. They will take it and kill you again. But the number one of enemy of Biafra is Opus Ojo in Imo State. The devil that you will see in life and flesh and blood is Opus Odimba. With their shenanigans, everything that they are doing, we are witnessing, we are seeing everything that they are doing. But then, man, whatever you do for the people of Imo life, and you pass that to the other people in the Eastern region, we are watching you. When you come out in South Nigeria, you serve the so finish, you will still come out from there. We will run to anywhere around the world where you go. Tell your people, tell your wife, tell your children, they will never go scot-free. For the innocent blood that have been sharing in the streets of Biafra and Imo states.
Okay.
It is enough. Let these soldiers that they bring for Eastern region, they pack them back to the northern part of Nigeria, where they create the Boko Haram and their terrorists and their jihadists. Eastern region was not made like this. It is a politician bring all this insecurity for Eastern region. I'm a Goja man. I'm a Biafran. I'm Igbo man. I'm a Guaibom. I'm a Goja. I'm Igbo. Anywhere at all, as far as Eastern region concerned, I don't neglect my brothers. I associate myself because my ancestors come from Igbo land. We cannot drag Yoruba land with Yoruba people. We cannot drag Hausa land with Hausa people. What we ask for is the Eastern region as a Biafran concerned. I'm a blood by DNA by Biafran.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think Thank you so much.
For your good opportunity, and God continue to bless this good work that you are doing. The Chukwu Kabiyama bless you, and the good listeners and those that they are doing the needful. The Chukwu Kabiyama bless you all for your good work.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you so much. This is some of the callers, and we must say very, very clearly that our platform do not support any illegality or any form of violence in the agitation for whatsoever thing anyone is advocating for. And what we can take from what he has said so far is that the military men, the uniformed men, they should channel their energy to where it is needed. In the northern part that is ravaging with all manner of banditry and insecurity, they should channel their energy there and leave innocent, unarmed Nigerians. That is what he's saying. And I believe that reflects the opinion of many Nigerians who have been pouring out their outrage over the incident that happened today, where the military brutalized innocent man in his car, destroying and rough handling him, and also with the co-passenger that is there, a woman for that matter. Okay, it's unheard of, but this has become a regular occurrence in Nigeria because there is no rule that apply. Rule doesn't apply in Nigeria. Nigeria only, the only law that applies in Nigeria is the law of the jungle. Eat or get eaten. There is no consequence of actions of people, whether private citizens or public servants. There is no consequence to some of these things, and that's why it keeps happening. How many times will Nigerians continue to die in the hands of these people who believe they can do anything and get away with it? Even they will tell you to their face, I will kill you and nothing will happen. That is the kind of Nigeria we found ourselves. And these people are people who are being serviced by taxpayers' money. This one is one too many, that it must not be swept under the carpet. Thank goodness that their faces have been seen, their identity properly identified. Let's see what happens. And Nigerians must continue in this advocacy until this man gets justice. You know, yesterday I was going somewhere. I was coming to the office, and I was driving. Ahead of me was a tipper, these people that carry sand, you know, and the convoy of police officers, you know, in their trucks, about 4 or 5 of them, were driving, and the other one, despite the fact they beat the traffic in the way they drove, and the last one couldn't overtake the tipper ahead of him to join the rest of the other ones that has sped off like mad people. You know what happened? In fact, I regret not picking that incident. The one that the last vehicle of the police that was following that tipper at the back, for any reason whatsoever, I don't know why, on getting to overtake that tipper, the guy used something to smash the windscreen of this tipper, breaking his side mirror and his side windshield, and they sped off. This is the kind of country we live. Very terrible people. I regret not capturing that incident because it was happening right in front of me, but it happened like a speed of light. That's the kind of country we have seen. Countless people. If there are proper documentation of people who have died as a result of police brutality, the one they call accidental discharge and the rest of them, it will be running into thousands of Nigerians dying in the hands of those who are being paid to protect them. And this will continue happening because Nigeria has become what it is. A case of everybody to himself, God for all of us. That's the situation we found ourselves. And it's very, very unfortunate. Terribly unfortunate. But that's what we're talking about today. The lines are still open. If you want to join in this conversation to make your opinion known, you can call +234 4545 533 so we can have your opinion on this issue. As we go back again on that video before we bring it into BC, in case for those who are just joining us to follow up on what we are talking about tonight, the military brutality that occurred today. Let us quickly take that video, and when we come back, we'll bring in the BC on board.
How did I pass your car? 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 Oh God!
Jesus,
Oh.
Jesus, Jesus.
Oh.
No, Jesus.
Oh! My friend says
He's not feeling fine. He's not feeling fine.
Then once he's not feeling, that's why he's dragging. Oh. My friend said, come down.
Jesus.
Tough.
Jesus. How can you see what they did to my eye? Are you seeing?
Do not support us. Do not support us. This is not good. I don't take it anyway.
Jesus.
Are you done? Bring the phone. Bring this phone. Why are you covering? Give me the phone. Give me this phone. Okay. You covering me. What's happening? Give it to me right now. I've collected. Oh yeah, remove it.
You're welcome back again. We are still on Matters Arising, and we're talking about the brutality by the military officers who attacked innocent man for simply claiming he overtook them. How is that a crime? NDBC is joining me virtually. NDBC, you're welcome back again. Now, what's your take on this whole matter as we saw it today? How do you react to it?
Well, it's unfortunate, Chinedu. Can you hear me?
Very well, go on.
All
I
right,
can hear
I
you,
said
go on.
it's quite unfortunate. Look, a situation like this has just shown via BBI Channel 1 is what is happening almost every day throughout Nigeria. It's only that this one was captured. But there are thousands of several very ugly cases that were not captured like this one. You know what? When the system is bad, rotten, when the head is bad, every other thing is bound to be bad. And I've always said that politics is everything. And when politics fails, every other thing in the society will also fail. So this is not unexpected. I'm not surprised to see this kind of thing. Because, in Nigerian forces, both police, civil defense, military, it takes you to be an angel for you to be good. Because the system will keep on frustrating you. The system will keep on mandating you and even authorizing you to be bad. So it takes you to be an angel, to be a good man, a good woman, for you to remain upright. It takes you for you, in fact, like I said, angel. It takes a lot for a principled man to remain in Nigerian system. You must have another means of earning income, legitimate means of earning income outside the Nigerian structure. Because if not, the system will always be frustrating you. Is it the slave salaries that are paying to federal civil servants or federal workers? Is it that slave salary that will encourage you or motivate you to put in your best toward good behavior? It's not possible. So this that happened, though quite unfortunate, but is quite expected in a system like Nigeria, who have a fraudulent system. I will keep on saying it. Somebody said I should be mindful of what I said, but I'm saying it again that we have a fraudulent system. And both from president to the last man know that they are operating a fraudulent system. But so unfortunate that there is God. Because whatever thing you do, whether you or your children, will inherit it. Just like today, Obasanjo is crying, writing to Buhari, from Buhari to Tinubu. Today he's asking him to sack INEC. But we have not forgotten how Obasanjo, like former military general, was imposing his own personal interest on the interest of the generality of Nigerians. Obasanjo imposed several governors on Nigerians, including Anambra State. It's because of the fraudulent INEC that he had with them. And today he is out of power. Tinubu, who was his enemy, Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State. Obasanjo fought him head on. Obasanjo took over Southwest, excluding Lagos State, because Jagaban is the only man standing. And today, Jagaban is the president. Obasanjo is powerless. So, this thing called power. Power is transient. It doesn't last. It's just momentary, you know. If only black men should know that God has given them that gift of power to serve, for service to humanity, they would have used every resources available to them to serve humanity for that period of 4 years, at most 8 years. Be you Army General, be you DSA Director, be you police commissioner of police, that opportunity you have to be in the office, use it to serve the interest of the people. Use it to promote justice system. Having said that, Chinedo, I also want to acknowledge that there are some few people, individuals, both in military high command, DSS high command, police high command, that are good. Of course, Chinedu, we've met some of them. These men, they have conscience, and they are only waiting for the general public to stand up for their rights. They only wait for the right things to be done, because they are handicapped. There is nothing they can do. Those men, good men and women in the offices, may not be the people on the street enforcing laws. They may not be the people in the courtroom, you know. They are handicapped because they are part of fraudulent system. So they are trapped. So I want to use all this opportunity to acknowledge that fact. that even though the system is bad, there are still people who are resisting, who are fighting, who are trying to correct it at their own little way. But like I said, because the head is corrupt, there is nothing much anybody can do. Once the president is corrupt or the governor is corrupt, every other person under him will be corrupt. If a president is not corrupt and the president comes in and declare his assets and say, I have one, two, three, four, or A, B, C, D assets in this bank. I also sold properties in this social place. This is the whole thing I have. And lay his hands clean. If a governor should do the same thing, say this is what I have. I don't have any other thing. If you see any other thing in any place, please seize it. And he goes ahead to appoint something like EFCC because states are authorized to create their own anti anti-corruption agencies. You know, Lagos State has created theirs. Nothing stops Anambra, Imo, Abia, Ebonyi, and other states from creating their own. So if you see a governor that is upright, the first thing he will do is to come up clean. You cannot fight corruption when you yourself is corrupt. Like P2B said, if himself is not corrupt, his wife is not corrupt, the children are not corrupt, he has ended up solving the issue of corruption up to 60%. Because whoever that person that is coming around him should copy from himself, the man, last man standing. So anytime, any place you have Oga on top being corrupt, doing underground transactions, just know that nothing will work out. And that is the same case you have in Nigeria today. That is the same case you have in Army High Command. That is the same case you have in Police High Command. If Kayode, that is IG of Police, is clean, it takes just a day to give instruction. Arrest any policeman that is giving collecting bribe on the highway. And he goes about to enforce it. Is it difficult to enforce? There was one IG of police that set up a team, a task force team, you know, men that would be traveling across Nigeria unmuffed. They will be the people offering you bribe. The moment you take it, you will be arrested. Why is it that when you go to the bank workers are not begging you for money, even though they are handling money? Why are the security men not begging for money like security men in other places? This is this is the place you go to collect money, and they know that you have money, but they hardly beg. It's because of internal system put in place. So if that system could be made to work, why wouldn't other system in Nigeria be working? So for us to fight all this thing, like this military man, all what it takes is court martial the guy and make the decision of high military high command. I think I've spoken enough.
Mm.
Let me
Yes,
pause
exactly.
while I allow you to conclude. Thank
No,
you.
no. Your reaction to this whole thing. At some point, I was like, you talked much about political undertone to all of this. Yes, politics, but I'll prefer leadership or governance because politics, I try to separate it from governance. But it is politics that brought or brings about either good or bad governance. Okay, So they are all interrelated. Now, talking about the system had it that these guys, after all these things happen, there is no proper consequence. You know, you talked about court martial this, court martial that. It is not today they start court martialing people, but this thing continue happening. Okay, in other countries, these things doesn't happen this way. In a civilized society, where you know somebody is paying your salary, you are the one brutalizing your employer. It's an automatic sack. And when Nigerians who continue to act, I don't care, as long as they are not the one affected, they don't care much. And this whole thing will just rouse around the social media. The outburst and the outrage will just start and end on the social media. There will be no concrete move by the people to stamp their foot and say enough. It's only once that it happened during the EndSARS. And since afterwards, nothing like that happens. If Nigerians had cultivated the habit of stamping their foot against any trace of bad governance, against any trace of either police, army, or whatever security operative brutality, all these things would have been put to a stop. You know, even the common security, this vigilante you employ and pay, if you see the way they behave, there was one that I had an encounter with. You normally lock your gate of the estate around 10 o'clock, but 9:30 you already lock the gate. And when somebody wants to come in, you start forcing the person that he must give you money before you open the gate for the person. You can imagine that around nonsense. Even if you are asked to lock the gate by 10 o'clock, as a resident of that estate, it is your duty anytime that I come in, you must open that gate without demanding for anything. That person might, out of benevolence, give you some tip. But for you to call it out and say, if that doesn't happen, then you are not opening the gate of the estate to the people that are contributing money to pay your salary. Because at the end of the month, they will come and collect security levy from residents of the estate. You can see even at that level, their mentality. Once they carry that gun or uniform and call them security, they become a terror to the people. And that is it is just the example the Nigerian security setup have laid for the rest of other ones. And that is why these things will continue to happen. Let us quickly take this call coming from our one and beloved Obidi Obienu, all the way from the US. Good evening. You're welcome to the Matters Arising today.
Yeah, good morning from here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead with your submission. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I do what video you posted. That's when I came in. The brutalization of citizens. And, that's what I watch. It's an ongoing situation. And part of these things are the reason why we wanted out of that contraption. And when you say you want out of that contraption, a lot of people will face you squarely as if they are having fun in that contraption. But it's just one at a time. It happening to the people. I mean, these people have just received all this massive beating. It doesn't matter the pictures taken. You will find out that these people that committed that heinous crime they won't get any punishment. Okay? Because once they go back to the barracks, they disappear in barracks. These citizens who were massively beaten and the kind of injured. I heard the woman talking about her eyes. You see what she did to my eyes and everything. I know this guy is gonna get free. Okay, someone suggesting court martial. Who holds that martial in the first place? Is one of the people that were sent down to our land to continue to intimidate and brutalize people. Okay, so in the first place, if it's a government, why are these individuals not manning the boundary post in that contraption? Why are they on the streets? Where is the police? Okay. Where is the civil defense or whatever? What is the problem? Okay, and there's no way these people can sue the idiot to those idiots to the civil courts because the courts, the so-called courts, are not working. Okay, and you cannot even lay hands on them. You cannot find who they are because nobody knows where they were posted, where they were brought to come to our land and be committing this. And when we're saying these things, the people that call themselves the leaders of their land will put a kind of because they are not affected. Okay, this is the reason we have continued to ask for out so that if there's a regional government, if there is the military, that perhaps from the way posted in North Onitsha, we be able to Papa. Okay, so it will even serve as a deterrent to this type of people. But in this case, these people posted here, nobody knows if they were brought from a different country entirely, because what they do is to bring them in and this kind of this time to come and do their info, and after which they repost them to maybe another country. Okay, so nobody keeps account of this. Nothing is going to happen, and it's unfortunate that when we're talking about this, it's either they change, but just like the topic is today, it's either they discuss how we're gonna move on with this whatever. If they still want to be in any form of federating or united, whatever, I don't even know what to say. It has to be discussed. Okay, but this is where it hurts. When we are talking about these issues that we have been on for a very long time, you will still see people challenging you. Why are you asking for this? Why are you asking for it? Why are you asking for Biafra? I see it's been well with them. So it's one of those things. These are the things that is a really very difficult situation to address, because the people who claims they are representing us are not represented. Okay, and these are the people that are always forcing us back into that contraption. They have not negotiated a fair kind of governance or equitable distribution of things. They have not done that. They have not even negotiated this invasion of our land by the so-called military. I don't call them military. Okay, so You see, the dilemma that we're in is the people that say the government is not doing what they're supposed to do. It brings in a non-state actor to begin to impose themselves on everybody. This is where we are today. And then the people that say they're in the government will turn around and be supporting the people who have no hands in the government. Just like I mentioned a few days ago, it is decent people they say they are representing us are going to be going to Abuja to appeal for release of whoever they want. Okay? Without promising, without nothing promising. They just went to beg. Nothing promising. Okay? They can't stand their ground and say, because of this, we are demanding this. They cannot. We have seen them over in the past few weeks, both the ones that said they are number 6 men in Nigeria, going to take pictures and to showcase their ability to break through the DSS walls and everything. You see, there's so much confusion. And this is where it hurts. If I have my way to maintain, these people will not be in that land. So it doesn't matter what people think. Okay? If I have my way, I say if I have my way. Because there's so much deception, there's so much confusion. Now, what are they doing? They are sponsoring indirectly all these young boys, occultism everywhere, all kinds of groups, religious groups, both criminal groups and everything. Against one another. Some of them, I'm not saying that the churches are the best, because you know that some of these churches that have sprang up over these years are meant to distract people. They are meant to distract people. What they're doing, the faith of it was now as social media distractors in the name of content creators. When you go with your people, they're setting confusion everywhere. And now, why do you want people to have one? Arresting themselves in one way or the other, making noise over the same police that's supposed to be keeping the peace of the society is in the midst of all these things, encouraging them. For that, not blackmail, and you may arrest the police and pick you up. I go see on authorities, police has not happening in Biggie. The government cannot, even the local government, there's no local government, so let me not even go there. But the state government cannot enact, or with the state legislators cannot enact laws or ordinances to govern the people. At least let's start from that.
All right.
Because there are ways we can enact ordinances on what people can do and what they cannot do.
Exactly. That is even the boiling point. That's exactly the boiling point, because when you see some of these things happen and there is no consequence to that, it keeps happening. There is.
They're encouraging. That's what I'm saying. There's no government. It's a jungle.
It's a jungle, and it must be stamped out. The Nigerian people have continued to suffer and die in the hands of these people who are being paid to protect them. Now they are becoming, in fact, they are terror to the people.
They are terror to the land, and people are talking about governance, politics. What kind of? And then to assign political process to anything happening in Nigeria today is just by the way a deception, because there's nothing like politics going on in Nigeria. There's no governance in Nigeria. Everything is criminality. So the earlier we wake up and start addressing them as, assigning these names to them, then we create that awareness in the minds of people to look at these people. You're saying a politician, you're looking at it there devil criminal and saying he's a criminal, he's a politician.
You,
How do you help the people?
my brother, this conversation, when we look at the politics or the people in power, those who are saddled with responsibility of putting the system in order, they came through the back door, but they didn't come by themselves. They came with the help of the people who are also the victims of their criminality in power. So most times I don't normally blame or criticize them because they are solely responsible for all the bad things that are happening in Nigeria. No. Nigerian people contribute enormously to bad governance. They energize it.
My brother, you can say that. Then what if you want to do the good thing and somebody is undermining it? Not just undermining it, they are arresting you and they're even ready to kill you. Okay, how do you make of that? Do you know that this morning I woke up with this news of this so-called local government chairperson? Somebody that was appointed a local government chairman in Anambra State was picked up here in the United States for the crimes he committed over these years, romance scam, he was arrested for a romance scam. This guy was on computer defrauding a lot of women in the United States. He didn't know that the laser was beaming on him. Okay, and this is somebody that was picked up, that they selected Soludo, because this is somebody you think that he has an intelligence. This is somebody you put in an office as a local government chairman. So what is going to be the product of this person? Does it mean that these people cannot be scrutinized? Does it mean that these people does not have people around them where you can verify
their character?
Their character before you put them in such an office. Somebody on a computer defrauding American women, lying to the pit of hell, defrauding people who wanted a good relationship. He does not even care how much of a damage he's doing. He does not care of the people he denies them opportunity. If there's anybody that is willing to do that kind of a thing, he doesn't care. And he's been collecting money and sharing with his group. So don't put him as a local government chairman. Now tell me, whatever chairman is the local government of, this kind of wicked animal, what is going to be the outcome of a leadership other than criminality again? Do you see where I'm coming from?
Of course, we're on the same page.
We realize that these people are criminals and assign them criminals in the name of politicians. Then people can really understand the next level of action. But if we tell politicians, political, this and that, we are lying to ourselves because there's no outcome, no relevance of politics in anything in Nigeria, starting from Anambra State to the federal terrorist government of Nigeria. And that's why there's no responsibility. People are not accountable for their actions. Everybody is conducting their businesses as they wish. Native doctors everywhere, throwing red cloth and white cloth and everything, performing all kinds of things in the market square and everything. And there is these people you call the government does not have restrictions.
Yeah.
So tell me how the prospect will come.
Well,
how tomorrow is going to be better.
Well, we've had it. Thank you very much for that, your submission. Let's have Ndubisi on the program where he is going to make his own submission too, so that we'll continue. And also those who are on the comment section, those who are watching, don't forget that this is BVI Channel 1 Matters Rising, and we're talking about the army brutality that happened. Before we have you back, let us quickly refresh the mind of the people who may have just joined us to be abreast with what is happening, what we are talking about, so that we carry everyone along. Let's hit it out. When I come back, we continue in this conversation. I'll be right back.
How did I pass your car? 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 Oh God!
Jesus,
Oh.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
Oh.
Oh, no, Jesus.
Oh! My friend says
He's not feeling fine. He's not feeling fine.
Then what's not fever? That's why he's come down. My friend said come down.
Jesus. 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 How can you see what they did to my eye? Are you see? Jesus!
Are you done? Bring the phone. Bring the phone. Bring this phone. Why are you covering? Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Give me this phone. Okay. You covering? What's happening? Please be right. Oh yeah, move it.
All right, NDBC, we are still on the matters arising. You've heard what Obienu said when he was making his submission. So, what do you make of it? How do we move from here? How should the people react to this to ensure this doesn't happen again?
Yeah, thank you, Chinedu. In my own opinion, I think people should continue mobilizing. I think people should continue projecting the idea of good governance because without having a purposeful leadership or without having a visionary leader in the saddle, all these things are bound to happen. There is no way. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. There is no way you can stop it. That even if you like protest, like we did last time, we were part of that protest, MSAS. What happened at the end of the day? It all boils down on who is the leader of the state. Was the white paper published in Anambra State? Was anybody sanctioned? No, is the answer. Even if you like, continue protesting for years. As long as your protest is not targeted towards ensuring that the right person assume the leadership of the state or of the federation called Nigeria, if there is anything like Nigeria. As long as that your agitation is not targeted towards putting a character like yours, if you are agitating for good governance, you are agitating for freedom, equity, fairness, and justice, you are not focusing your agitation towards putting the right person who will represent your interest. Because it boils down on the person who will represent your interest being in power Power is the highest thing you can ever think of. Okay, last time in Enugu State, Governor Peter Mbai is saying tomorrow is here, and the man is demonstrating it. Things that before now people will look at as an impossibility. Other governors will come, like our governor in Anambra State will say there is no money, there is no money. But you see, if you see certain governors using the same there is no money, using the same scarce resources to execute public projects, quality public projects, you know that there is money. So, like this issue of military brutalization, you know, the only hope I will give to people is that there is hope. As long as we continue mobilizing, as long as we continue identifying genuine people, as long as we identifying growing platform of good governance ambassadors, you know, as long as we are continue, we sustained grow supporting and promoting people who are fighting for public interest. It's only when you have significant number of people who are fighting for good governance, who are fighting for popularity. If you have such brutalization or brutality in the street, they will go on rampage. And once that is done, and such will stop. For the meantime, if president or governor is not one of us, it will just, for the meantime, they will calm everybody down, they will make pronouncements, and as time goes on, it will continue. So,
And 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 in our own opinion, we have called for political revolution, and we've seen the level of Nigerian people's response. In the 2023, they responded positively, but the system of impunity made a mess of it. Now, following what happened in Edo State and in Ondo State, it's clear that Nigerians have given up in the process and also have decided to join the bandwagon, just like in Edo State, where they were bold to sell their votes in exchange for money. Some of them say that they need the money to go and eat. That is the person that is alive that will be alive to see good governance. You see, with that kind of mindset of Nigerian people still existing, the major work that is needed to be done is taking this message to the grassroots. We are doing our best to providing a platform for the people to speak. This is a live program, but you will not see them speak. You will not hear them speak. They will all hide behind or even pursuing any frivolous things on the social media, engaging themselves with all manner of argument that will not add value to their lives. If they are not arguing about one celebrity, they are arguing about one religious leader. If they are not dragging themselves for their own religious belief, they are pursuing after their favorite sportsman and they are betting on the rest of them. It is not bad that people engage in all of these things, but taking priority, allowing those things to take priority over things that matters to you. Governance determines even how you sleep with your wives or how your husbands treat you. Governance determines the shape and the mood of the society. Today, Nigeria is in disarray because a group of people hijacked power to themselves and have turned everything upside down. Every Nigerian, including those in Nigeria and those who have escaped Nigeria. Have you really escaped? Have you really escaped? If you have escaped, what about your families back home? So when we talk about this brutality happening, the government have brutalized Nigerian people in many forms and shapes. This one is just becoming, a physical example of how brutalized Nigerians have become, and they have been subjected that they don't have a voice, they don't have any power to resist their oppressors. But is that the case? The problem is that they have been defeated mentally. Their attitude has been completely suppressed. But that is what we are committed to do in energizing, re-energizing their mind with the right information, mobilizing the people. And that's why the few people who are following this message consistently should continue, even if it is 12 persons, even if it is 10 persons who are committed to the message of good governance, GGM dispensation on this platform, and judiciously be sharing it to people on their contacts, on their WhatsApp, anywhere you can drop this message. Let the people understand that they are victims of their gullibility. Because when we see these things happen, just know that Nigerians energized it. People will see it and do, I don't care. People will hear this conversation and they will not get mad because they are not the ones that are being affected. But ultimately, one day, Nigeria will happen to you. Definitely. You can't escape it. Some people, when Nigeria happened to them, they don't live to tell the story. Thank God for this man that was brutalized. At least he was able to be alive to tell the story. He was able to be alive to even record the videos and post it for the social media. It is trending everywhere. Everybody is, condemning it. It is outrageous. People are, fuming. Why would this happen? But this is not the first time. You see that happen every day. You see that happen on a daily basis. And there is no consequence to these things. And everybody will keep quiet. If these people are identified with the outburst of Nigerians who will continue sharing it, and keep sharing it, and keep sharing it, and keep commenting on it, and keep trending it, until these people are fished out and decisively punished. If that doesn't happen, trust me, it will eventually get to each and every one of us. We will eventually become victims. So that is why it is important we continue in this advocacy. And NWC, thank you for joining. And we hope to come back again in this advocacy anytime, any day, to conscientize the people on why it is important they become part of this crusade for good governance. NWC, let's have your final word on tonight's matters arising before we wrap it up for tonight.
My starts from making a single step forward. What happened in terms of zoning, it wasn't his zone that, just like in Anambra State now. Anambra State, we have a gentleman understanding that Anambra South should produce a governor of the state. You have somebody coming from the north, and that person is just an elite, is just a professor, or the person is MBA president, who is not even does not have grassroots support. It doesn't happen by magic. It's not because of P2B, not because of obedience, not because of P2B has inspired millions of Nigerians, and that inspiration has made this message to go viral. So any other person coming under P2B canopy cannot perform any magic. Let people understand that. Okay, that governor of Edo State, the former NBA president, election is over. I've not heard of him again. He doesn't comment on national issue. He doesn't comment on Edo politics. He just sneak back inside his house. Next 4 years again, he will come up and start contesting. Is that how it's done? The same thing with Ondo State. There's crisis there. I don't know how people expect magic to happen. What do you expect people to do? When option A, B, C, D, people are not connected with them mentally and emotionally. The only thing they do is to collect money now, and that is what is happening everywhere. both in local government chairman election. When you have a party A, B, C, D coming out for contest, and you don't know any of them, or you know them just as now one of them, what do you supposed to do? But you've been on this platform, your face has connected with the masses. You have been talking. You have been talking. Just nothing like this connect. You see how people will through. It's just like in Nnamdi Kanu was on the media talking. Politicians, politicians will look at him and call him uh, social media boy. And all the politicians are begging.
Of course, we can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you, just that your line is breaking.
Hello? Sorry,
I can hear you.
My phone developed fault. But however, let me conclude by saying that nobody should be discouraged what we're doing. There is truth is always consistent. And once you are doing the right thing, it might take time, it might not, but the end you will surely achieve results. So this thing we're doing is what we remind the people. I've always said it.
I think NDBC's network is really cutting off. It's struggling with that. We might just have to end it there. NDBC's network has gone very bad, and we might be concluding it from there. And to all our viewers, thank you for watching. Before we wrap it up, let us recap on what we discussed tonight, talking about the army brutality. I'll be right back, and when I come, we'll draw the curtain for today's Matters Rising. Stay tuned.
How did I pass your car? 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 Oh God!
Jesus,
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh
No, Jesus.
All right,
Oh.
before we wrap it up,
That's why he's dragging.
said brutality will continue will continue to come. Brutality will online come to an end when it's tackled politically. Okay. It said brutality will come to an end when it's tackled politically. All right. Then Daniel TV said, good evening. We appreciate you for coming in. Priceless Ifi, thank you for joining the live stream. Izuchuku Okoli, thank you for joining in from New York. And the rest of you who have been watching, we seriously appreciate you for your submission on tonight's edition on matters arising. Let us continue to follow up on what we're talking about. The discussion will continue on the comment section, and we'll continue to dish out these informations as it is, as it represents the aspiration of the people, as we continue to enlighten the people how they continue being victims of bad governance. We are committed to this, and we'll continue on this without, without being scared of anyone. Here, this is where we speak the truth without fear. This is where we tell the people the truth the way it is. Okay, Nigerians have had enough of this brutality, and we will not allow it to continue. If we keep quiet, it will definitely continue, except we say enough is enough. If we keep quiet, it will continue, except we say enough is enough. So, my people, I just hope that this will not be like the other ones, that this would seriously be tackled by the people. All right? In case you're just joining, let us bring you this video one last time, then we wrap it up for tonight so that you will understand, for those of you who just joined, the magnitude of the crime these men committed today. Anyway, I think they are having issues putting this thing up again. Well, as the case might be, we'll have no option than to wrap it up. As the case might be, we might just have no other option than to wrap it up if they try it again and they are unable to bring it live. And this is where we wrap it up. Good night, and let us continue in this conversation.
How did I pass your car? 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 Oh God!
Jesus,
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh
No, Jesus.
Oh!
He's not feeling fine. He's not feeling fine.
He's not feeling, that's why he's dragging. My sister, come down.